Hello, everyone. Hope you're having the best of your life. I am Chris. I am having a pretty amazing day, despite the fact that I am not okay today, but I am choosing to be okay. So, something I was going to talk about is something that has stuck with me over the years and that helped me more than anything is the concept of carrying the fire. And carry that fire comes from the book The Road by Cormac McCarthy. The Road is a post-apocalyptic book about a father and son who are trekking across post-apocalyptic America in search for safety, in search of warmth, in search of survival. And it's a book that I deeply, deeply love. I've read numerous times, and every time I've read it, it's hit harder, it's been deeper, it's been more powerful. I've fallen in love with it more and more the more I've read it. But why it's so special to me? So it came out, I believe, 2007, if I'm not mistaken. So I managed to get the book and read it when I would have been 13, I believe. And at that time, growing up, uh, I had a very abusive parent and a parent who wasn't there. And so my parent, who was very abusive, would constantly just take her rage out on me and constantly hurt me, abuse me, do different things, particularly my childhood. Less as I got older because I think she was afraid that I might actually fight back or something, and I wouldn't allow her to keep punching me in the face. Besides that, but basically my teenage years and a lot of my childhood were very, very rough and very hard. And so I would go and seek out my heroes, generally by reading history, through literature, through books, um, movies. But I would really find my heroes sometimes through a book. And when I read The Road, which is a story about a father who is broken, a father who's destroyed, a man who is dying and he knows it, and he's barely holding on, but he's choosing to carry that fire and to try to keep his son alive no matter what, and also maintain some semblance of childhood in him, some curiosity. But it's a story about a man who will do anything to keep his son safe, and the father and son bond and how strong that is. And for me, reading it, the brutality of it, the grotesqueness of it, the just depression, how it gets worse and worse as the book goes on, and it's like more and more dark and bleak. But they carry that fire, and the boy goes forward and carries that fire despite everything that happened, and it works out in the end. And the father gave it all to help that son. But for me, what was so inspiring was even though I went through this hard time, I was like mentally all out of my mind as well. I had a mother who was insane and also like manic depressive bipolar, again, mentally OCD, mentally out of her mind as well. That I was able to get through this, and I was able to choose in my life to also to carry that fire and to move forward, to live the best life I could. And for me, doing that, especially the second I left home, right, I immediately got assaulted. I had a horrible concussion. I went through all these things. And I went through great difficulty. And then on top of that, yeah, started a business as an 18-year-old. Like, yeah, brilliant. And was homeless for a bit, living out my car, which is like terrible. Um, but with it, it really inspired me choosing to carry that fire. And I chose to, despite all the hardship, to carry that fire, to make it through the difficulty. And this book is so damn powerful, especially if you're a man, just to carry that fire. And no matter how hard it gets or how bleak it is, you'll keep going on. Cormac McCarthy was an amazing author, an amazing man. This Blood Meridian is like the best book ever written. No Country for Old Men. But please read this. Please read this. It's a very interesting style of writing. Cormac McCarthy does not like to use punctuation at all. So that is interesting. But I also love it because it kind of fits my cadence of speech as well. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think of the book. Do you love it? Do you not love it? Why? Why not? And what's your favorite Cormac McCarthy book? Mine is definitely this one because it meant the most to me when I read it. Anyway, love you all. Goodbye, goodbye. Subscribe if you like. If not, that's fine too. I'll see you around, all right? Bye-bye.